Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, we have Alejandra Guzman, and she's singing Para Me.
Te has metido entre mis venas para siempre. Poco a poco te
Hold on. If y'all didn't know, now you know. I am a music connoisseur. Alejandra, keep going.
adueñaste de mi mente como sal al mar. El oxígeno que tanto necesito es tu aliento, lo único que yo respiro. Dime dónde estás.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Y'all don't think this is my song. This is Alejandra Guzman. She's the Madonna of the Latin community. That's right. Like we had Madonna like a virgin. Well, this is the Madonna of that particular culture. Que latte, para mí. That's my girl, y'all. Hey, you notice how the music goes right along with the waterfall? I mean, it just blends right in. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. And if it ain't morning where you is, when it becomes morning, good morning to all of you. Okay? Gotta mention something to y'all. And we're going to turn Alejandra down just a little bit. Although she's about to hit the part of the song that got my attention when I first heard it. Oh no, I heard this when I was in Puerto Rico. Okay? Yes. Like I told you, I ain't got no problem with music as long as it's to my taste, to my liking. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 2 consultations today. And I had a consultation Tuesday. The gentleman didn't know really what to expect because I give people the parameters, the things that I will absolutely not help with. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not my job to help you perfect your instruments. That's not a consult. That's me training you. I ain't doing nobody's training. I'm not going to show you how to perfect your instruments. Why? So that you can get rich in your own mind? So that you can more than benefit? Come on, Alejandra. Let them know, young lady. That's Alejandra Guzman, everybody. That young lady's got some skill. Alejandra Guzman, everybody. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no way in the world I'm going to help any of you with your instruments. Not on this planet. As a matter of fact, when I tell people that I place my money orders on court record, that I've sent my money orders to the United States Treasury, and nobody has ever told me that I couldn't do it. To this day, no one has ever told me that I could not do that. I filed a money order as part of the filing fees. Well, no, I did a closed checking account for the filing fees for a case. Nobody ever said a word to me, ever, to this day. And I wish I was begging them to bring a case, begging them to tell me I was doing something wrong so that I could definitely prove to them what I know. You see, they don't come at me the way they come at you. When I say you cannot deal with them the way I deal with them, it's because I don't speak to them in your language. I speak to them in their language. Can you speak to them in their language? You don't need to. That's the problem. When I speak to them in their language, I'm letting them know I don't have to talk in their language. But if I need to, that's what I'm doing. You don't have to do that. They know I'm challenging their system. You don't have to go through all of that. But all of you who think that you're going to get a consult with me and I'm going to do a tutoring service, you are out of your mind. Now, the gentleman who I had a consult with 2 days ago, his problem was he was dealing with a court and he had a last minute situation. He ain't the first one. Lord have mercy, he ain't the first one. Ladies and gentlemen, he had a last minute situation. His court date is today. Well, it was today. If he had followed my instructions, there will be no court date today. He will file bankruptcy. And after he files bankruptcy, then that case can continue on. But he's not worried about that because he now has a motion to handle the court case that would have been today. He's got an attorney. Let me say that again. He's got an attorney. He's had 3 different paid attorneys in this civil matter. And not one of them has suggested what I was suggesting to him. There's several different suggestions. Not one of them. Why? Because attorneys are not there to help you. They are officers of the court. They are not your officer. And until you all recognize that, you're going to keep getting got. Does that mean you can't trust an attorney? No, that doesn't mean that. That means that you need to know how to control an attorney. They may be officers of the court, but you have a contract with them. And that conflict of interest makes your contract supersede that of the courts. Shh, don't tell nobody. So long as you're not asking them to do anything illegal, they have to put your interests first, but you need to know how to communicate that to them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there was a gentleman who requested a consult because he wanted me to show him how to enforce his instrument. Another gentleman contacted me on the same day wanting me to show him how to enforce an instrument because he was in dire straits. And I told both of them no. And I refunded the one who paid. I refunded him his money. Right after I refunded him his money, he purchased one of the programs at SATCOM. Now, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. In his ignorance, he thought that SATCOM and I, that had something to do with me. The consults are completely separate from SATCOM. I don't even discuss SATCOM or any of the other corporations' businesses during the consult because they have to be separate. So, when he purchased the other item, it takes 2 days for those type of purchases to go through. So, last evening, the day after he did it, I gave the information to the staff during our meeting. And I said, this is just so I don't forget. Could you go ahead and process this? I wake up this morning, look at the emails, because I check my emails all during the day. You just heard the chime. That was an email. And, ladies and gentlemen, he brought up the fact that the consult was canceled, and now he was requesting a refund for the program. Ladies and gentlemen, when I refund people their money, that costs me because the bank charges me for processing fees. So when I refunded him his money yesterday, they charged me $32. When I refund him his money this time, they're going to charge me again. So I told him, no, I'm going to offset that with the amount of money is being refunded to him. And he will get that shortly. This is what I have to go through. Now, the thing about it is, the one that I refunded yesterday, he'll get that back. But I got charged a fee for the amount that they processed for his purchasing of the package. That's the company. Now they're going to charge another fee for us giving him back the funds. I'm being charged twice. Well, the company's being charged twice, and I can't allow that because he's hurting the company. So this was a refund that he requested, and because he indicated the consult, it appears to be retaliation. Whether he says it's retaliation or not, I don't care. The timing is too coincidental. I tell people they're guaranteed an hour and 45 minutes in a consult. Guaranteed. Everybody who's had a consult will let you know that their consults have gone well over 2 hours. The guy on Tuesday, his was 2 hours and 19 minutes. And the only reason why his wasn't longer is because he had to get off the phone because he had to take care of the business that I told him because he was running out of time. And I told him that that was his fault, that he calls me at the last minute. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start turning down people who are calling at the last minute asking for emergency this and emergency that. You're not going to put that type of pressure on me. Okay? I cannot afford that. It's causing me too much damage. All right. Like I said, I only continued the consults because, as you can see, as of late, just this month I've done 6 and getting ready to do 2 today. And then I got 1 more scheduled after that. Ladies and gentlemen, people need the help because what you don't realize, January, February, and March is the time when the courts start going after people. They start going after people's property and everything. See, they don't want to put you out of your home during the holiday season, but they'll definitely put you out of your home during the winter. They ain't no joke. They don't care about you. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hold on one second. We're going to go to the next song. I don't know what the next song is. Let me pause y'all so I can find the next song. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a little bit of Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. Live! Now, we're going to go ahead and finish this conversation. I'm going to let y'all go. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I won't be going back to sleep. Been up since 1 o'clock. That's okay. I had 6 hours of sleep. And for me, I actually hit the REM state. I don't get to the REM state too often. Matter of fact, I know that where I'm supposed to be when I can dream and I don't realize I'm dreaming. Matter of fact, this dream was so vivid and intense that I literally woke up thinking that it actually happened. And that's what I need. That's the sleep that I be trying to get all the time. Don't get that often. I had to take 3 sleeping pills the other day, 6 hours apart. So I took 2 and then I took another one 6 hours apart. It didn't have any effect. And I knew that because I had too much on my mind. But this past night, I knew that it would have an effect this night. The sleeping pills are designed to put me back on my natural sleep cycle, which is why 9 o'clock I was asleep. Okay? As a matter of fact, 9 o'clock, I was asleep at 8 o'clock. Anyway, and waking up at 1, and considering the fact that I had slept earlier in the day, yay. So I will get my sleep tonight as well. But I really do feel well rested. Yay! All right, we have rain coming in this weekend, so I know I'm going to sleep well. Well, enough about all of that, ladies and gentlemen. This is just to let you guys know the consults are you're explaining a problem, especially a problem you may or may not have created, whether it be legal, financial. You can ask for a consult as to what you should do. As I told you several times, individuals have come to me after going to an attorney, and I give them information to take back to their attorney, and all of a sudden cases go away. I'm not saying that every single time I'm able to do that. I won't say that in the least. Most of the time, you have to do the work. Ladies and gentlemen, the idea is you need to know their policies and procedures. You need to know their limitations. Once you know their limitations, you can use that to your advantage. Here's the problem. Many of you don't know their policies, procedures, limitations. That's all you hear me talking about is their limitations, their boundaries. And until more of you start recognizing and highlighting what their limitations are, we're doomed. Why? Because they're going to continue to trample over people and their rights. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you all challenging police officers. Okay? You keep thinking police officers know right from wrong. They know the law, and that's not true. Most police officers go by their traditions, what they're used to, what they've been trained to do. They go by policies and manuals. They don't go by the law. Haven't you guys realized that by now? Police officers do not go by the law because those idiots are telling the truth when they tell you they don't know the law. They're not lying to you. So you have to stop trying to educate them. Stop trying to prove to them that you're right and they're wrong. All right? The way you change their thinking is by changing it in court. Challenge it in court. Challenge the court's jurisdiction. I had somebody say that they challenged the court's jurisdiction, and when they challenged the court's jurisdiction, ladies and gentlemen, the court ignored them. The court ignored you because you allowed them to ignore you. Ladies and gentlemen, when you challenge jurisdiction, you tell the court, oh no, we're not, you don't get to go no further than this. I don't care what you say. You're not moving nowhere with this matter. You will prove jurisdiction on the record. I said I don't care what you said. You will prove it on the record. And if you don't prove it on the record, I will continue to insist that you prove it on the record. We will not move forward. That's how you do that, ladies and gentlemen. But you guys are letting the judge out-talk you and proceed anyway. You keep bringing them back to one. Again, you tell them, no, we're going to start right back from the beginning. You will prove jurisdiction because we ain't going nowhere until you do so. I ain't submitting to your stupid jurisdiction, and I'm not sitting up here appearing in your court. I am either making a showing, that's what you're going to be doing, okay? That's what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen. You're showing up for the hearing. So you're either making a showing, or you're making a visitation. I am visiting your arena. You can even tell the court, I'm on holiday. And I came to see what the ruckus was about. That's all you have to say is I'm on holiday and I came to see what the ruckus was about. I heard somebody using my name in vain. You think I'm playing? Y'all think this is a joke. I heard somebody using my name in vain, and I decided to make a showing to find out what was going on. So what's going on here? Who gave you jurisdiction to use my name in vain? Ladies and gentlemen, what's wrong? Don't you all understand what's being said here? I don't know. Hey, Aretha says a change is going to come, y'all. I don't know if it's going to come because most people just don't get it. Look, I don't own any of the knowledge. But again, I do know that a lot of things I talk about and a lot of things I say, nobody else talked about, nobody else said it before me. Okay, now somebody in the past, somebody a long time ago may have. Like Papa and Mama may have. And like somebody had to bless that child. Somebody could have. But what I can tell you is when I was saying it, nobody else was saying it. Then right after I said, everybody else is talking about it. Now, I'm not giving myself credit for anything because I told y'all where my knowledge comes from. Definitely doesn't come from me. I don't know nothing. I'm just a vessel. Now, some of you will understand it, others won't. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a scripture in the Bible that talks about the body being a temple. And so many people have misunderstood that. There are individuals whom the Bible says that God anoints with his spirit. And since the spirit embodies them, their body is said to be a temple. The people who go around telling you that they're anointed, more than likely are not. Why? Because an anointed person is not going to walk up to you and tell you, I'm anointed. It's not something that they're going to go shouting and screaming and yelling and telling everybody about. Plus, in our day and age, the numbers are so minuscule that meeting one in person is like a needle in a haystack. We have 8 billion people. It's less than 0.01% of the individuals on this planet who remain that can claim to be anointed. And some of them are even wrong. Some of them are anointed because they wish they were anointed. Others are anointed because they truly are. But here's the thing, it doesn't work like that. And that's what people don't understand. It has nothing to do with your wish, your hope. Look, society has always known this. As I tell people, saints, the elite, the elect, the chosen ones, all the same group. Remember the song? Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, how I hope to be in that number. Mankind has always known that it was a specific number. They knew it wasn't everybody and their grandmama. Go ahead. When the saints go marching in, oh, how I hope to be in that number. They always knew that it was a limited number. You've heard it. Many are called, but few chosen. Few chosen. Oh, how I hope to be in that number. Everybody's always known that it was a small group. Small group, not a large group, not billions of people. Oh, everybody and their grandmama. God chooses every. Stop that stupidity. God, that doesn't make any sense that people say that junk out of their mouth and they believe it. Most of the time, they're just parroting it. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always liked this song by Aretha Franklin. Y'all need to understand what a rose is. This young lady could sing, and I'm so sorry she had to go through so much, so many women hating on her, women talking about her. Then she picked up a little weight. So then women started talking about her picking up a little weight. What's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with her singing, people? Y'all, y'all got problems. Those of y'all who talked about this woman in such a fashion. I don't care if you didn't like her attitude. I don't care if you didn't like her as a person. We didn't come to know Aretha Franklin because of her personality. We got to know Aretha Franklin because this woman could sing. So keep it in perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it within context. Okay? That don't make any sense that people were talking about this young lady. And see, when I grew up, I wasn't really into Aretha Franklin growing up. You know, some of the songs, Respect and all of that, I knew, but hold on now. She wasn't the one I listened to. I listened to the Gladys Knights, the one who they pitted her against, Natalie Cole. Yeah, they were trying to make those two rivals, Natalie Cole and Aretha. Okay, but I listened to Natalie, I listened to Patty, I listened to Gladys because those were the ones that I chose to listen to. But let me tell you something. I have a lot of respect for Miss Aretha Franklin. I'm so sorry that they had to make a spectacle at her funeral, but you know that's what we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's just a little bit of what I had to say. Now, you guys know that here it is. We're at the end of this year, and at the end of this year, what's going on is I said end of the year, and I need to caveat that not into the physical year, but into the human existence year. If you guys don't see what's going on with Iran, you don't see what's going on with Pakistan, you don't see what's going on with Syria, you don't see what's going on in the Yemenis, what's going on in Israel, what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on in Russia, what's going on in Pakistan. Look at all of the places I just named where there's conflict, and I haven't even named all of the places where there's conflict. I haven't talked about the four, okay? I have not talked about Turkey, not talked about China and Taiwan. I've not talked about Korea. There are so many places I haven't talked about. Then we got Guatemala. I mean, there's just so many other places I could talk about where there are so many conflicts. Why? Ask yourself a question. Why? Every single one of those conflicts are religious based. Y'all don't see that there's a war with religion right now? If you can't see it, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all. But I would rather y'all pay attention so that you are aware so that you can get taken off guard. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to let y'all go. We will talk the next time. But as I said, you guys will see that there's been quite a few videos done over the last month. And I mean full month, December up until now. What you're going to understand is that that's the decreasing, not increasing. So I need y'all to pay attention. The information you're receiving is more straightforward than otherwise. So I would really start putting pieces together. Hey, y'all take care. Thank you, Aretha. Go ahead and take us on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good day.